Paris Saint-Germain, PSG launched an all-out assault at the Parc des Princes, but it all amounted to nothing as they suffered one of the most bizarre defeats in Champions League history. Liverpool, with just 2 shots in the entire match, left Paris with a 1-0 victory. It was a night where Alisson Becker played the role of a savior, while Harvey Elliott emerged as an unexpected hero. But PSG's nightmare is far from over. It has only just begun. Anfield awaits them with an even harsher challenge. However, PSG have been here before. Last season, they lost both home legs against Barcelona, but pulled off a stunning 4-1 victory at Camp Nou to progress. Luis Enrique's side are no strangers to dramatic comebacks, and they will carry that same spirit to Anfield, where Liverpool remain unbeaten in this season's Champions League. The key talking points of this match go beyond the scoreline. It was also a battle of individual brilliance. The 90 minutes at Anfield will be a war between exceptional talents, where a single lapse in concentration could define the entire season. Alisson Becker versus Ousmane Dembélé, the Brazilian wall against the French tornado. If PSG are looking for someone to blame for their first leg defeat, they don't need to look far. It's Alisson Becker. The Brazilian goalkeeper had an extraordinary night at the Parc des Princes, making 9 exceptional saves and denying 2.3 expected goals, XG, the highest figure of his Liverpool career. PSG rained down 27 shots, but they faced an Alisson who simply refused to be beaten. A world-class performance, a true defensive wall. Should Alisson keep another clean sheet in the second leg, he will have a chance to break the record for most saves in a Champions League knockout round without conceding, a feat previously achieved only by Gianluigi Buffon and Hugo Lloris with 12 saves. But PSG cannot remain powerless forever. Ousmane Dembélé is their greatest hope in the quest to breach Liverpool's defense at Anfield. The French winger is in electric form, scoring 28 goals across all competitions this season, including 20 in just 15 matches since the start of 2025. His impact in Luis Enrique's system is undeniable. Although he failed to find the net in the first leg, Dembélé was still PSG's most dangerous attacker, completing 5 successful dribbles, the most in the match. He tormented Liverpool's backline and constantly created threats. However, his wastefulness in front of goal, coupled with Alisson's brilliance, ultimately cost PSG. They know they cannot let history repeat itself. Dembélé's mission at Anfield is crystal clear. Break through Liverpool's defense, force Alisson into conceding, and drag PSG back into the contest. Statistics don't lie, but the Champions League has always been a stage for extraordinary moments. Paris Saint-Germain need a hero to step up and rewrite history. If Alisson keeps a clean sheet, he will break a record that has stood since the 2012-13 season. But Dembélé and his teammates will not remain wasteful forever. They will find a way to shatter the Brazilians' dominance. If there was one area in which PSG completely outplayed Liverpool in the first leg, it was midfield. The trio of Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz and João Neves suffocated Liverpool for 90 minutes with their elite ball control, fluid passing, and relentless high pressing. PSG completed 474 pressured passes, more than any other team in the Champions League this season. At the heart of it all was Vitinha, the metronome of Luis Enrique's system. The Portuguese midfielder completed over 100 pressured passes, more than any other player in the tournament. His ability to evade pressing is the key to PSG's dominance. Liverpool cannot allow this to happen again at Anfield. In the first leg, Arne Slot's side managed just 38% possession and produced only 6 key passes their lowest tally in this year's Champions League. The consequences were severe. They struggled to play out from the back, resorted to long balls, lost connections with their attack, and barely put pressure on PSG's defense. Even Arne Slot admitted his team were completely outplayed. They pressed us man-to-man across the entire pitch. Many teams struggle against that, and as we saw, we didn't just struggle, we were completely overwhelmed. But Anfield is not the Parc des Princes. If Liverpool are to protect their advantage, their midfield must regain control. That means Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch, and Dominic Szoboszlai, the likely starters, must deliver at a far higher level. Mac Allister will be responsible for dictating the tempo, distributing the ball, and escaping PSG's press. Gravenberch must use his physique and dribbling ability to bypass pressure. Szoboszlai, operating as a number 10, must exploit spaces and create shooting opportunities from midfield. On the other side, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, and João Neves will not easily relinquish control. PSG are not a long ball team. They build from midfield using their technical players to dominate possession. Vitinha will continue orchestrating the attack. Ruiz will break up play and initiate transitions, while Neves provides the perfect balance between defense and attack. Even Pep Guardiola acknowledged PSG's midfield mastery. They always have an extra man in midfield with their false nine, which makes it incredibly difficult to press them. That was exactly how they suffocated Liverpool in the first leg. But at Anfield, Liverpool cannot allow this to happen again. They must disrupt PSG's control, press aggressively, and exploit the pace of Salah, Diaz, and Jota to attack the spaces behind their midfield. Failure to do so could see Liverpool crushed by the very weapon PSG used against them. One of the most crucial battles will be Mohamed Salah versus Nuno Mendes. Salah is one of the most feared forwards in the world, but in the first leg, he was completely neutralized. 0 shots, 0 successful dribbles, 0 moments of brilliance. And the reason? Nuno Mendes, the Portuguese fullback, delivered one of the best performances of his career, shutting Salah down and turning Liverpool's right flank into a dead zone. Mendes won 11 duels, made 8 successful tackles, and delivered 15 final third entries, all without being dribbled past once. A defensive masterclass. If PSG can replicate this at Anfield, they could nullify one of Liverpool's greatest weapons. But Salah is not the type of player to accept defeat. Immediately after the PSG game, he responded with a brace against Southampton in the Premier League, climbing to 3rd in Liverpool's all-time scoring charts. It's a sign of his mentality. Salah will enter the second leg with 1 goal. Revenge against Nuno Mendes. Anfield will be where Salah reclaims his status. With the support of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool will look to stretch PSG's defense, force Mendes onto the back foot, and create gaps for Salah to exploit. The Egyptian must play smarter, move off the ball more, and rediscover the ruthless finishing that has made him one of the world's best. But PSG are no Southampton, and Nuno Mendes is ready for the challenge. If he repeats his first leg performance, Salah could be silenced once again, stripping Liverpool of their most lethal weapon. But if the Egyptian king finds a way through, it could be the moment that shifts the entire tide. Forget the statistics and the tactics. This match will be a test of mentality, resilience, and the ability to seize the moment. The Champions League belongs to those who rise when it matters most. Liverpool have Alisson, the man who turned the first leg into his personal stage, but they cannot afford to let PSG dominate them again. They must reclaim control or risk another 90 minutes of suffering. All eyes will be on Mohamed Salah and Nuno Mendes, 2 players with opposing destinies. There is no turning back. Paris Saint-Germain need at least one goal to keep their Champions League dream alive. Liverpool know that one mistake could turn their advantage into dust. Who will write their legacy and who will leave Anfield with regret? The answer awaits in the decisive night at Anfield.